2020 in the Amazon rainforest, and it is already on course to be the worst year in over a decade for deforestation. Illegal tree loss is accelerating. But in May, Brazil's president pledged to stop the devastation, sending in the army to fight illegal logging. So what exactly is happening in the Amazon? Is the army operation achieving anything? Or, as described by environmentalists, is it just theatre? And is the world in danger of losing sight of the destruction while it battles the global coronavirus pandemic? So this is the bit we all know. We need forests. But these are the countries, we've highlighted them in orange, that are losing the most primary rainforest. By far the largest loss is happening in the Amazon. It's sometimes called the lungs of the planet. It produces a fifth of the oxygen in the world. One area of the forest that's fared worse than others is Rondônia. Watch the deforestation here, again highlighted, growing. Since the mid-80s, this area, almost exactly the same size as the United Kingdom, has been burnt and cut down to make way for crops and logging businesses. We focused on Rondônia as the military was sent in. For a month, the army sends us details of operations carried out by the 17th Jungle Infantry Battalion based in Porto Velho. They issue fines, they make arrests, ministers inspect the troops. At the end of that month, the Vice President, who's in overall control of the mission, celebrates the operation across Brazil's Amazon.
O resultado é claro, né? Se nós compararmos o índice de desmatamento do mês de maio deste ano com maio de ano passado, a queda é praticamente quase total.
But he's wrong. These are the figures supplied by the government's own space research agency, the INPE. They show deforestation rates in May this year are higher than last year. And in fact, the military appeared in its initial 30-day operation to be pursuing raids in areas just miles away from where active deforestation is happening. We took a closer look at some of the raids carried out by the 17th Jungle Infantry Battalion during this period. They didn't send us details of everything they did, but we worked out where a number of those raids took place. They scatter mostly across Rondônia and into the neighbouring state. But while the military is spreading out far to the west, a significant area of rainforest, only 85 miles east of the army's base, is being destroyed. In May, satellites show these two rainforest areas, shown in yellow, growing in a deforested zone. In June, the trees in both are gone. We gave the coordinates to the army spokesperson. He told us the military had not gone there. The government's own data shows deforestation higher every month compared to the previous year for 13 months in a row. Between January and May, deforestation rises 34% compared to a year ago. In that time, an area more than 2.5 times the size of New York City is lost. And in June, the devastation continues. More trees lost than in the same month last year. If it continues at this rate, analysts believe an area of rainforest larger than Connecticut will vanish this year. We asked the government to explain the increased deforestation. It didn't address the figures, but it did tell us the operation has not failed. The Ministry of Defense said troops issued fines totaling $40 million, made 146 arrests, seized wood totaling 883,000 cubic feet, and they insisted the army is continuing to work with many other agencies to tackle the problem. The work the army is doing now had been carried out by the environmental agency, IBAMA. IBAMA was set up in the 1980s, part of the Environment Ministry, to protect the rainforest. IBAMA has become the expert body environmentalists believe is best placed to protect Brazil's Amazon. But IBAMA's power and budget has been curtailed by the current president, who supports the loggers and miners and farmers who want to exploit the resources of the Amazon to help provide economic growth, putting profit over environmental concerns. The president sent in the army because of massive international pressure as the deforestation worsened. But environmentalists just don't believe the army has the expertise to do the job. The woman who ran Obama until the current president came to power last year believes the operation is all for show.
The federal government and also the army, they are trying to show work. They are trying to show that they are doing something regarding the big problem of the deforestation. But they are, in fact, they are doing theater. They are doing efforts that will not solve the problems.
The global pandemic has diverted attention from what's happening in the Amazon. As COVID-19 was beginning to hit Brazil, in April, the man whose job it is to protect the forests, the environment minister, said it gave them a chance to relax environmental laws protecting the rainforest.
Então, para isso precisa ter esforço nosso aqui, enquanto estamos nesse momento de tranquilidade, no aspecto de cobertura de imprensa, porque só fala de Covid, e ir passando a boiada, e mudando todo o regramento, e simplificando normas.
Then, in May, NBC News showed how deforestation had increased during the first months of the pandemic. Since then, things have not improved.
We are in the middle of a big crisis, Matthew. The deforestation has exploded. We are very worried about the situations nowadays. The numbers are very high, and in my opinion, we are almost losing the control of the deforestation.
Only a decade ago, Brazil was a success story. Deforestation was declining. Environmentalists now fear it's reaching a tipping point, where the Amazon, which sucks in carbon dioxide and locks it away, begins to emit more of the greenhouse gas than it stores. The lungs of the planet are struggling, and Brazil's leaders don't seem to recognize the emergency.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.